All right, here we go. We are live. Is the music still going? I think it is.
It is still going.
All right, you guys can hear it. Yeah, me and Andy can't hear it on our side. So we are live. We did it on 5 platforms. It's not Trovo's not one of them. I think the last time we talked about Trovo, this guy that was with us now was on the podcast then. Danny P is back. Danny Patron, Andy, Arena Andy, Scotty Scoop. I'm your host, Logan Janis, and we're here on Mostly Superheroes going live on a little Wednesday night, March 18th, and it will land as a podcast, a YouTube episode, and yeah, live on TikTok, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I'm your host, Logan Janis. Here's a big applause to get us started. Welcome to the show, guys. Danny Patron dialing in from Texas. It has been way too long, and since that time, a marriage, a new house, and we're going to talk about Star Wars, of course, and get a little catch up on your life. How are you, sir?
Howdy. I'm doing great. Happy to be back. While I haven't been on the show in a while, I've certainly heard your wonderful, beautiful voices. And I got to tell you, Logan, anybody who lives in St. Louis, if they're not listening to this podcast, they're missing out, because I feel like I'm up to date on all the cool things going on in St. Louis, like every week, by all the stuff that you guys share and talk about. So kudos to you and the guys and everything that you're doing. Miss the hometown.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we miss you.
We miss you.
And we appreciate that because, yeah, we're giving away, like, they're missing out on prizes, if nothing else, right? Like, just really
I
great.
always think about that. That's a cool thing about, the more niche communities is like your odds go up. Like, you don't need Cal Sheet. You got Mostly Superheroes. Get into that deal. Get into that raffle. Your odds are way better.
Yeah, that's right. We're especially as a growing podcast.
Yeah.
But how's your wife?
She's doing great, man. Life is good. We went to Spain, we went to Italy last year on the honeymoon, drank a lot of wine, ate a lot of pasta. It was awesome. It was our first time going there. And then, she's a trooper when it comes to superhero stuff. She goes and sees all the Marvel stuff with me. She'll watch the new Star Wars stuff as it comes out, most of the movies and stuff. So, she's been she's a budding Marvel fan. Like, she liked Fantastic Four a lot. That hit with her. And definitely the Spider-Man ones. She's excited to see that. She likes her some Tom Holland. So,
well, it's a good day for that, obviously.
Yep.
We're going to be talking a little, in addition to those items, the new Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer just came out. So, yeah, we'll get into that. And get in here, Arena. Andy, you know this guy. When's the last time you guys saw each other?
It's probably been last year sometime. We had lunch.
yeah.
At a little Mexican place around the corner. So I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing you in person next month.
Yeah.
We can maybe record a mini pod at the time.
As always. Yeah, if we can get
or
it,
just hang out. That's fine too.
if we can get it scheduled. And how you doing over there, Scotty? What's new in your world?
Oh, there's nothing new in my world. It's all the same. We saw Ready or Not, Here I Come last night.
Yeah. Shout out Allied Global Marketing, Alamo Draft House St. Louis. We saw Ready or Not, Here I Come, the sequel to Ready or Not. And I think the embargo is probably still in. So watch for our review.
Yeah.
It's too soon, but it's coming out.
It comes out on Friday, so I imagine it's up in the next day or two. So
we should be good. And if it's coming out this week, so it drops this week. Watch for our reviews. We'll get that out to you because, we got to share what we thought. Did it hold up against the original? No, I don't think it did. But it was. I still have a lot more to say about it because I'm still sleeping on it. And I thought it was. Scotty, you were smiling walking out. I was kind of on the fence. Carrie,
I was going to say I'm a little opposite of you. It didn't hold up for you, but I think it was better.
You liked it. You're already in.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we'll see.
Never seen either.
Never seen either one. Yeah. So yeah, it's like it's pretty much like one of those. Just like the mega rich playing sick games with people, the mega elite. And I mean, the first one was kind of like, I felt like almost lightning in a bottle. and this one they kept it going, and they also came out with this movie so quickly. Like it happened. Maybe they should have just taken a little more time on the plot.
Here I come.
I think the first one came out in like 2019.
Has it been that long? Oh,
man, I think so.
What? So it was pre-COVID. It was a lifetime ago.
Time is an illusion post-COVID.
Yeah, definitely 2019. So
okay, I guess I didn't.
They
watch
slow
it
rolled this one.
I didn't watch it until a couple years ago.
Okay.
You were talking about comic books, though. You got your
yeah, man. I'm so far behind on my comic book reading, but it is Wednesday. I picked up some new books. I got the Absolutes. I got just interesting stuff. Power Fantasy, Skin Breaker, Supernatural for anybody who's good at that. I've got the Ultimates.
Supernatural, like
Flash.
the show.
Yeah.
Oh man, the Winchesters in the comics.
Little Battle Beast today.
Ooh.
Battle
What percentage
Beast,
of your home is just dedicated to books? Like
it's
over under 10%?
Nah, it's definitely under that. But speaking of Battle Beast, you guys know what today is, right? Invincible is back.
Season 4.
Oh,
Season premiere.
thank you for the reminder.
Yes.
I slept on that.
I'm so excited. I've been watching. I'm dedicated. I've been waiting for this drop. March is the bloody, gory drops. And we got another person joining us in the stream.
Uh-oh.
We're really getting our money's worth on this medium tier for
just
restream.
Sam. Sam, hey.
Let's doing it live. We got Danny P, Scotty Scoop, Arena Andy, me, Logan, and here he is, the sleeper. Oh wait,
can we jam another screen in there?
we're gonna find out. I gotta turn this one off. I think it's just spinning. Hello?
Check.
Uh-oh.
I can hear you, but I can't see
check.
you.
I hear some snoring in the background.
Oh,
Oh, there we go. It worked.
check.
What happened?
Look at all those faces.
okay. Wait.
Oh,
Here
there
we
it
go.
is.
There. You guys are like you're below me.
Somehow Sam ended up as the main host.
So he put his name as.
Oh, he put his name in there. Oh, yeah, there's mine. VP of Media Reviews. That's
Is that what you put your title as?
Yeah.
He's just spinning. I don't know what's going on here.
We're almost
All
there.
Yeah, we'll get him. We'll get him in here. I think I gotta remove. Okay, yeah, get out of here with that one. I don't know what I think he joined with 2 devices or something. Here we go. Doing it live. Sleeper?
He fell asleep.
Wake up, Sam.
He probably might not have the Wi-Fi for this. I don't know. No, you're barely coming through.
Yeah. Maybe.
Here we go. You're choppy.
Check. 1, 2, 3,
Okay,
4,
you're
5.
He's there.
There we
You're
go.
smoothing out.
Smoothing out a bit. We getting there.
Are you at home?
I'm at my parents' house. It's North County, so I don't think 5G or internet has made its way up north yet.
Yeah, it took a while for that AOL dial-up to get you locked in.
Are you
Yeah,
Larson
if they
again?
if they get a phone call, I'll probably get cut off.
Yeah.
Oh,
There he goes. Gone.
No, he's still here. It's for whatever reason, only this view will allow him here.
Also,
We'll let Sam be the main guy.
well, I am the main host, so
This is great. Okay, yeah. All right. Well, you're coming through. You can hear us. Remember Dan?
Dan, it's been a
Hey,
long
Sam,
time,
how are you?
buddy.
no, bud.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, Dan.
Cheers.
This is a little
Cheers, everybody. All right. All right. Let's put. Scotty was showing us some comics, but I think we should go and talk about some Star Wars because even though we haven't talked to Dan in a couple years, there's not really any new news on Star Wars except the newest thing coming out this year in May will be The Mandalorian and Grogu. So, Dan, go and talk to us about your anticipation for the movie now that some trailers have rolled out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. It looks like more of an epic tale. You know, I always like the space battles, and I feel like in the shows you don't get as much of that. But with the movies, I'm pumped to see him fly around the ship, to have Grogu with him. There's like a buff Jabba looking character that definitely interested to know what that is. Never seen a muscly Hutt before, so you know, excited there. I will say I thought The Mandalorian ended on a perfect note, so we'll see where they go. But with some of the side characters from like Rebels and stuff that they'd featured, you know, I'm definitely interested to see how they incorporate those characters. Sigourney Weaver's in it. You know, it's going to be a great time. And I imagine with it being a movie, the helmet's off a lot more than we're used to because they want to get Pedro Pascal's face out there.
Yeah, you can't skip that.
You know, that's fine with me. He's a great actor. He's definitely part of the Disney brand. And, you know, I think this is a safe movie for them. My excitement on something new lies with the Starfighter movie with Ryan Gosling that they're working on. That intrigues me because it's more of an unknown than anything else.
Yep.
So we'll see.
I got to call Logan out. There is a Star Wars show coming out before Mandalorian and Grogu, and that is Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord.
Yeah, I mean, I am the one that messaged that we should talk about it in our thread.
Yeah.
But you're right. I guess I technically forgot about it. We were just starting the conversation, and Scotty's already on the attack.
Let's circle back.
Well, you know, VP of Media Reviews, you know, kind of my specialty. I don't know who the president is.
Well, you're the featured speaker now, so why don't you tell us about this Darth Maul show, Scotty Scoop? What's the scoop?
Animated. Looks. I've seen the trailer. Looks great.
Wow, riveting stuff.
Yep, that's it. That's all I got.
I'm excited for this. That's my favorite Star Wars character.
Well,
I've always wanted to see more.
And we got a cool release schedule where they're doing like 2 at a time from April 6th to May 4th. Like every week, it'll be 2 drops.
Yeah, and the guy who does Maul, Sam
Witwer.
Doomsday.
Yeah, he is a like Star Wars guru. Like,
yeah,
he's up there with Filoni as far as like knowing all the stuff, and so it's cool to have somebody involved. And he's been involved in a bunch of the stuff, especially the animated stuff.
Yeah,
but it's great knowing that like he's involved. And you know, the interesting thing about Maul is like he's popped up in a lot of stuff, and we got him teased in the Solo movie, and then never got to see where that went. So I'm kind of hoping that that fills in some of that time because, you know, we know Maul from episode 1. We know a little bit even about his history before then. We know ultimately where his character ends from Rebels. We saw a lot of him in Rebels. And so, you know, this is kind of closing that gap, I would imagine, from where we left him with Solo, and then to where we pick up again with him in Rebels. So fun character, big crowd pleaser, and, you know, always fun to see the dual lightsaber.
Well said. Oh, thank God we had you here because Scoop just didn't have it this time.
Have you read any of the Maul books, Dan?
I haven't. I need to get the Marvel digital comic app again to catch up on a bunch of stuff. I had done it a few years ago, read like all the Star Wars stuff, tons of old stuff, and then I got rid of it for a while, and I was like, I'll let it accrue. And then, like most streaming services, I'm like, I don't want to pay all the time constantly, so I turn them on and off. I'm what the streaming companies hate, but you know, it's expensive to have all that stuff. So
you're telling me
smart.
Nowadays, it's getting worse every day.
I'm glad you guys are able to handle this part of the discussion because all I'm able to do right now is let Sam in and out of the thing. He just keeps joining and rejoining. And so I hope you guys are having a good pod. I'm pure engineered.
I do see that he's changed his title to Head of Shit Connections.
Okay, anything else in Star Wars? Maul, Mandalorian, and Grogu. You mentioned the Rebels, the Starfighter. Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah,
we had Andor season 2 since we last met. That's a great one. It's the type of show that you finish that one, and I immediately fired up Rogue One, because it's like, and everybody I talked to when they finished season 2 Andor was like, yeah, I watched Rogue One right after.
Yeah.
So
Always.
it made that movie, which was already one of the best Star Wars movies, even better. And we had the what was the kid one with Jude Law?
Skeleton Key.
Yeah, Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, and that was fine. It exists. It is fine. It didn't feel very Star Warsy.
What?
But
yeah, I know
it
what you
fine.
mean. And you
It
just
was
hated
fine.
all the kids. We know what's going on here.
I mean, look, they
It's
warned
gonna
you.
change soon.
Yeah, I know. That'll be my kid's like favorite one.
Yep.
That'll be. They'll always want to watch that one. I'm like, no, let's put the original trilogy on.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the, I think we talked about the one with, oh my gosh, the gal from the Matrix, whose name I can't think of right now.
The
Trinity
Acolyte.
in the Matrix. Yeah, Acolyte.
Oh yeah.
That also,
I like that one. All right.
I think I need to go back, is what I keep saying, because I'm like, I think the first time around it was overwhelming. The week to week was tough. I need just to binge it, and it might end up being like a really cool Jedi movie, because I like that early Jedi stuff. But what do you think, Dan? I mean, you didn't remember the name of it, so I don't think you.
yeah,
liked it very
no,
much.
I remember that show though. It played with the rules a lot of like the Force, which the Force was the coolest in the original trilogy because it was so important but not like flashy.
Right. Mysterious.
Yeah, and
There
mysterious.
were no midichlorians.
Midichlorians, all that stuff. Yeah. But it the best part of the show, which was, Trinity being a Jedi, wasn't in it very long, so that was pretty disappointing. But it was okay. I don't think it got renewed. There was a lot of hate for various reasons. But
the woke, the people going after,
Yeah,
for being
it-
woke.
it's all
People that
that.
call things woke,
yes,
They
if
spoke
there's
up about it.
yeah, if there's a woman in it, it's woke, and that's stupid.
and if it's a black woman, it's so
yeah,
woke.
it's super woke.
It's-
But
come on, guys, come on,
Yeah,
society.
yeah,
Yeah,
but-
that's what Jamie Drock said too. I was on her podcast. She came on recently. She's a big Star Wars stan. She went to celebrate the Star Wars in Japan last year, and she was saying that, yeah, that show pretty much got destroyed for woke reasons, and it was just
Yeah,
it's out of hand.
it-
But either way, that's, I guess, you got bad Star Wars fans on both sides. All different kinds of good fans and bad fans. We talk about that all the time. The toxic fandom sometimes.
yeah,
Everything has its own toxic fandom.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. People are gonna attack it.
I
And I was gonna
thought
do
some
a
of
quote from the Phantom Menace. Midichlorians. You mentioned those, Qui-Gon Jinn. I've been wondering, what are midichlorians? Remember? And I was like, you're right, Anakin. All of us are asking the same question. What are
Yeah.
these little things? But
Look,
if you
Disney
got
can
'em, you're a Jedi.
Disney can contact me. I can undo all the wrongdoing they've done. Like midichlorians is science, right? And we learn new things about science all the time. You bring it back and you go, "Oh, their midichlorian count's high." Be like, "Oh, that was a myth. The Jedi were wrong. That has nothing to do with the Force. It was
Yeah.
bad science."
They actually
know.
had cancer.
Yeah. It's
False
actually high. It
information.
was
Sounds
an
like
indicator of
2026.
high cholesterol.
It could be like false information.
Yeah. So you can undo some of that stuff, but it's they just played with the idea of how Anakin came to existence by creating more characters that essentially came from a similar mythical origin. And anytime you do things again and again, it diminishes the original time. So but the lightsaber stuff was cool. The
Man,
Wookiee Jedi was cool.
That fight with Manny Jacinto's character
He was great.
where he just slaughtered the Jedi. That was
Yeah.
one of the greatest battles I've seen with
Yeah.
lightsaber wise.
Yep.
And you guys
He
saw
was
they were able to get Grogu at the Oscars.
Of course they do.
And Sigourney Weaver and Pedro Pascal did like a cringe-worthy promotion.
Yeah.
But
Will he be receiving an award next year? TBD.
I think we can go ahead and determine that.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, yeah. Let's say who won this year. Best Picture was
Sinners. Was it Sinners?
I think Best Picture overall was One Battle After Another.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
It was
best screenplay was Sinners.
Michael B. Jordan won as best actor for Sinners.
Yeah.
And then what were the other couple big movies? Oh, of course, K-pop Demon Hunter, just like taking over everything in the whole world.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. Everything you get into, it's everywhere. Hey, Sam's trying to join. Oh, Scott, are you still there?
I'm still here. I don't know what happened.
It went blue.
Sam's trying to kick you out so he can get in.
That's probably correct.
Okay, that's our wrap on Star Wars. Well, I guess we'll just call it a two-parter. The other half is going to be all Spider-Man, all Marvel. Brand new day. Trailer dropped today. Scott, I see you got a screen in front of you. I want you to make sure you have like the trailer pulled up or like a top 10 things that have been spotted already. Because this is one of those times that I'm okay talking about the trailer because it's the first one. I'm always down with the first trailer. I think those do a good job. I'm done from here on out. And this was a good trailer. Spider-Man is back. Oh, man. No Way Home ends with the whole world not knowing who he is. They're picking that right up. He's his own Spider-Man with his homemade suit. And I'm going to start rattling stuff. Has everybody seen it? I mean, Dan, did you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Andy, I know, and the guys.
Only 7 times today, I think. Maybe 7 or 8.
To each other.
I watched it at the comic book store.
That's a good place. I pulled it up on the TV this morning and told Carrie, I said, stop what you're doing. We're going to watch this. And I mean, I had chills, dude. I mean, just rattling off stuff that we see is, definitely picking up the story of trying to get in touch with Ned and MJ. And, they don't know who he is, but he's seeing him at he's like neighbors with him, it seems like. And he's at a party with them. And then he's having weird stuff happen to him where he's waking up, he passed out, he wakes up and he's covered in webs. And I mean, here's those reveals. I would argue that like with the MCU the way it is now, I get how these aren't really totally reveals because I think we're going to find out there's a lot of characters or at least a couple that are going to be introduced in this movie that we don't know what they are yet. That's why I'm staying away from future trailers, but ones we know of for sure. The Punisher right there, front and center, Frank Castle versus Spider-Man versus a shotgun. You can't really beat that. That's awesome. And then Mark Ruffalo coming in as Bruce Banner, going to be his scientific, finally part, Peter has like a scientist. Like Spider-Man always has a scientist in all the comics and the animated series. I feel like Tony Stark's he's a tech scientist. He needs like a biologist, right? Finally, he's going to get one, and it's going to be Bruce Banner, maybe helping him with. I mean, what's happening? Is he turning into like freaking Man Spider here? Like, is he going to get the full blown arms out his sides? Or is he going to be shooting webs out of himself now from now on? Where like that's like almost like a nugget now in No Way Home, where they have that dialogue between Tobey Maguire and him, where it's like, you can do that. We can't. That's weird. But now like he'll be able to do that. That's kind of like a fun payoff. Scorpion, freaking Nacho from Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
The end credits
finally
from Homecoming.
Teased for so long.
That was the end credit scene of Homecoming. I mean, is Michael Keaton gonna show up?
Oh man,
but I'm gonna say no,
dude. The way they do these movies, I'm like, you already showed us Scorpion.
There's already you had plenty of the Sinister Six ish
in the last one
in this trailer.
But Scorpion, I think, is going to be the main guy,
not the Hand.
Yeah, that's a little random. Even the guys at the comic book store was like, "Why are the Hand here?"
That's how it's going to depend. It's going to be it's kind of a spoiler probably for the ending of Daredevil.
Yeah, that excites me a lot because
why are the Hand here and why are they operating in broad daylight?
I'm so happy the Daredevil team and people are working with the Spider-Man team.
I'd love for more Matt Murdock more than just a quick cameo.
He's going to be front and center. I think.
Fighting with Spider-Man would be a dream.
I think this is going to lead into Doomsday.
That's my biggest question: is how is this going to be more standalone, or how is this going to jump us off to that?
I think the only thing we get between Spider-Man and Doomsday is maybe that Punisher special.
True.
Oh yeah, that's like a Punisher movie. That's going to be awesome. Marvel special presentation.
Yeah, I think it'll probably be one of those like Werewolf by Night. Maybe an hour and 10 minutes.
I'm pumped. This is good times. We are eating. It's like a lineup right now.
I like that they kept the good stuff from that Netflix run. I mean, like, I hope Jessica Jones, Luke Cage shows up. The karate guy, I can take him or leave him.
Iron Fist, yeah.
Yeah.
Danny
I
Rand.
watched it all, but I felt like I was watching a CW show with that one back in the day.
Hey, good for you for watching them all, though. That's a big payoff with the Defenders and everything.
Well, that was it. I had to get ready for the Defenders, and I was all excited for that. And that, unfortunately, wasn't what I was hoping it would be. But watched it all.
And Born Again, I'm rewatching.
Yeah, Born Again was great.
Oh man, I'm rewatching that season 1 right now with the March 25th. Like, I mean, literally less than a week out, or a week from today.
I think it's 24th.
Oh, less than a week. I knew it was less than a week.
I'm ready.
So that's going to be huge. It'll be like, okay, that's going to lead in. What else did you guys see in this trailer?
We got Tarantula, or no, not Tarantula. That's right.
Yeah, Tarantula. Stephen Malden called that out. That's right. Yep. And Jules DeBow, he left us a comment.
My favorite part. Tombstone was in there.
Tombstone, I do believe, was the one narrating the trailer.
What?
Oh. Even better. Do we know Tombstone, if anyone, yet? Or is
I think we do, but I don't think they showed him. He's just like a big Tombstone looking guy. I don't know if he's. I don't know that I know him from anywhere. I don't know if anyone else caught this, but Spider-Man got the key to the city.
Yep.
Oh yeah, right. And then he takes it back home to his shitty apartment.
But did you see who he got it from?
No.
Kingpin's lady, assistant lady.
That was a good way of hiding that Kingpin's obviously the mayor, and he's gonna. But we don't know how Daredevil ends still.
And I mean, I don't know when this takes place. I know it's supposedly it's 4 years after No Way Home.
Right.
But where that falls in the continuity of everything else, I imagine is current with Daredevil going on.
Yeah,
I think they've lied in trailers before too. They could be tricking us, especially in Sony and Marvel both have specifically. So
he could be getting that key from
Misdirect. Yeah, misdirect. You never know.
Yeah, it might be Smart Hulk giving him the key, and then he's not. Like when he was running through,
or his son.
Yeah, where's Scar?
Scar.
We didn't forget about Scar.
I think they wish that we would.
Yeah.
I mean, what happened at the end of Eternals? I'm really spiraling. All right, Stephen Walden about the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. A lot more pathos than I expected. Not mad about it. Very true to his roots. Very curious where they take the whole evolution thing. We getting Man Spider, Scorpion, and Tarantula are totemic rogues. So maybe, meaning like spider, also spider type characters. I think like bug characters.
Yeah.
So that's Steven. Jules, I think I see Jules in the chat. Jules here live with us. He had a good take on this too as well. Let me find this comment real quick. We also had Migo Veal RGR comment, said this was awesome. Michael Lakava said this is glorious. Daryl Taylor on Facebook, I enjoyed it, and this is what people wanted for Spider-Man to be his own and by himself. Robotic Robbie on Facebook says it now fits to get the title The Amazing Spider-Man 3. I don't think so, but maybe. Robin Kelly is excited, and taking me a second to find Jules. Jules, if you're in the chat, just rewrite it.
One thing we didn't see is the highly rumored Sadie Sink.
Mm-hmm.
There was a rumor that she was like maybe the hooded figure. And they're like, it's like, who is she going to be? Is this going to be a Gwen Stacy, a Jean Grey?
I think she's supposed to be Rachel Grey.
Okay,
like a daughter of
that
Greys?
Would make sense. Yeah,
it's one of
it's in that book that you didn't read.
Yeah, it's in one of it's in like. Jean Grey and Cyclops have a lot of different kids, and then he has kids with the fake Jean Grey, and so kind of you saw some of that in the X-Men '97. She's connected there in some capacity. I don't 100%, but I mean she isn't but she is an X-Man, and she does have the psychic powers, so that could be a good bridge into what they're going to do with the X-Men going into Doomsday.
Yeah, who's the bad guy with the mind jumping? Do we know?
That could all be connected. We don't know.
That's what I mean. Like
her.
you
We
said,
don't know.
yeah, like she might have to come in to help save the day with another psychic situation.
Yeah,
I like keeping secrets, so let's keep a lid on that as long as they can. Don't put that in another trailer, please.
Yep, just NSA, just scan this transcript and just tell Marvel not to ruin our freaking day again. I'm not gonna watch any of these trailers. These guys, you'll have to. I know you will.
I'm gonna watch them.
I'm sick. I will.
I can't stay away.
There's no way.
Because you're weak.
There's no way I won't.
Jules DeBeau, I found it. Such an amazing trailer. Still talking about the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer dropped today. It's the first one, March 18th, 2026. Such an amazing trailer. It feels more gritty and darker, which I was hoping for in Peter's journey. This feels like a comic book movie that will feed generations. Totally agree.
Well said. I think we can see that there's some pretty awesome shots in this short trailer, specifically when they show inside the mask shots. You can just see I'm assuming he's swinging. You can just see his face. Kind of reminds you of his mentor Tony Stark scenes from the Iron Man movies when you see those shots. And I'm imagining a future scene in Secret Wars of that same thing, maybe when he's getting taken over by a certain symbiote. Would be amazing cinematography, and bring it on.
And I mean,
that's for 2027, I guess.
That's also an Easter egg in a end credit scene. The little Venom was left behind in our universe, and that was at the end of No Way Home. That was when after Eddie Brock and Venom went back, even though they retconned that in Venom 3.
Yeah.
So anything could have. They might just be like, "Oh, we'll get Venom another way. We'll
Multiverse."
Yeah.
Whatever. I was going to say, will we ever see any of these tertiary Sony villains?
Well, there's a lot of things that allude that Ned could become one of the goblins also.
Yeah, definitely. He's the Hobgoblin for sure.
Yeah.
How that happens.
He is dressing pretty fly these days. And they really pointed that out in this trailer. So he's going to be a different guy. And that's what I think that's going to be a lot of the pain of the movie is like Peter seeing that MJ is doing better without him. And we're going to see Spider-Man probably do something about that.
Well, it's like he's getting a downgrade in his powers in a lot of ways now that Tony's not there, so he doesn't have all the tech side of it. And I mean, there are storylines where Peter makes his own tech company and starts building all his own spider tech and stuff. So, you know, it'd be interesting to see him go in that direction where he's got to be more self-sustaining, because it's kind of like he always had his, you know, father figure, big brother around to help him if things got too hairy. You know, he had an out. But now without Stark there to be like his, you know, mentor guide, and given the fact that nobody remembers him, it's going to be more, I think, raw Peter Parker. And, you know, I think Tom Holland will do a nice job with that. Like he did good with the emotional stuff in the last movie. And it looks like this is going to have a little more weight to it, which I think is good.
Yeah, that heart of like, you know, when he like lost Aunt May and No Way Home and that kind of gravitas they bring to these Spider-Man movies, because like I mean that I feel like they're just hitting it so perfectly. It's like timed perfectly with this Ultimate Spider-Man book too that came out in the last couple years, where it's like Tom Holland is older. This will be like his like 6th or 7th movie. Like he has really taken this character for a long time, and he's a young adult. Like he's an adult. He's past young adult. They're adults. The college plan didn't work out. You know, like what kind of lives did Ned and MJ lead? I feel like that's so cool that they've kept kind of really true to those arcs that they've done from movie to movie with Tom Holland, and keep those true. But like, man, new and fresh and interesting with the Daredevil, the Punisher, possible X-Men tie-ins. You know, all these big Spider-Man villains where it's like we got to see all the cool villains from the other movies. I feel like this will be like hit Tom's villains now get to shine, and you know he's going to be pushed to the limit in a new way. Just like, I mean, this is like the story of Spider-Man. Like this guy gets put through the ringer every movie. I'm just really excited to see it. And Tom Holland's just fantastic. So Sam's favorite, even though he could and couldn't be here all night, and I see him in the chat.
Hi, Sam.
He said on the news the other day, if he could be any superhero, it'd be Tom Holland, Spider-Man.
Well, I mean, we got to see shirtless Spidey. the street level Spidey. That's what I mean, it's gonna be great.
July 31st, and we got a screen in social, and we'll be at the Alamo at least, and maybe a few other theaters, just because with all these Marvel movies, we'll be out and about, hanging out with the community and hearing reviews, and it's gonna be a big Marvel. And I mean, this is where we can kind of end. We got Avengers Endgame re-release. Anything else on the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer before we say goodbye to that? All right. Endgame will be out in September, a re-release. We've heard rumors of a new end credit scene. Doomsday is coming. Where are you at with this Doomsday hype, Dan? Just since we haven't talked to you in a while, us three talk about it a lot, and the anticipation that we just kind of keep repeating to keep pushing the conversation is it's going to have to do a lot. It might be like a big kind of major reset, and maybe Secret Wars is that reset, which will come out in 2027, but in December 2026, it's Doomsday, introduction of Doom, like very first time ever with Robert Downey Jr. in the role. We know that X-Men are going to be in it, and all the Avengers, of course, and bringing back Steve Rogers. I mean, we know this is happening. We don't know exactly how or what it's going to be. Where are you at with this leading into a big movie at the end of the year?
I'm really excited. I mean, that's one of the biggest unknowns, I think, in that universe right now, as far as what are they actually going to do with all this, because they have so many things to pull from. I mean, obviously they had to pivot from Kang as being, the main villain with everything that went down there. And so it's like, it's different than, with Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, because you were kind of building to that and you knew to a certain degree like what was coming, who the villain was. You didn't know his motive, but he was a big bad. You had seen him a little bit already, and you knew kind of he was after the Infinity Stones. But here, like, we don't know what this Doctor Doom is going to be. We don't know what his motivations are. We don't know why he looks like Tony Stark. And so, they've shown X-Men in the trailers and, I'm excited to see all this. I just really hope that they use this as an opportunity to move forward with some storylines like afterwards, because I think these movies will be really good. But then it's like, what do you do next? Because I think last time coming off of Endgame, like they had a plan, but it just didn't hit the same way as the stuff before it that had hit. And so I hope that they can, if they do a reset, like give us new and interesting stories from characters we care about, sunset some characters effectively, and not have to go back to them like we are Captain America, if they don't want to, and pass the torch in maybe a little more effective way to give us some new origin stories, some new kind of build-ups to a big Avengers style team up again. Because I mean, Endgame was just like, I always think about that like big fight scene when all the portals are opening up. Like, it was such like an oh shit moment that I hope they can build another massive cast of characters that I care about in the same way, who are new people, new actors carrying the torch, and taking characters like an Iron Man, finding that sort of character and making me care about him in a way I never had before. Because they've kind of done all these one-offs. They've thrown a lot at the wall to see what sticks, and they moved on. Like, I thought Shang-Chi was cool, but like we got him and we haven't seen anything since. Like, we got a new Black Panther, haven't really seen anything since. Like, all these people, they're like, look at all these new characters. They did one thing and they're like, never mind, we're gonna go back to some of the old ones. Here's Deadpool, here's Wolverine. Like, and it's like, cool, but
there's no accident that you said Deadpool and Wolverine, because that was what shifted their strategy, I think, on all this too. Yeah, like that's exactly what it was. Like, you're able to. We've talked about the rumors of like rewriting script movies and like editing them right up until the moment they come out. Mm-hmm. And because like you're able to in this world, it's a digital file, and maybe you're like, oh well, the fans aren't reacting very well to this one scene, take it out, and then before it goes major release. And I'm pretty sure the moment Deadpool and Wolverine, I don't know if did it make $1 billion? It came pretty close.
It did.
Right?
It was like 1.4, I think.
That's it. Like, you're like, You know what I mean? Like, you got to think about, like, those are just two, like, middle age, and Hugh Jackman's like more than middle age at this point, white guys. And it was like, they were like, can we take this movie and go make $1 billion? And I'm sure everyone was like, absolutely not. It won't work. And but they also put in the work on, like, probably by far the hardest press tour I'd ever seen for a film. And Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds was on at virtually every podcast but ours. and TV shows and Hot Ones, and all to say, like, the effort it takes to do it, it's not easy, but I don't know, people showed out for that. So I'm with you, Dan. It's like, it's a tall order, right? To get these, like, young new cast, to get new characters, like a new Iron Man, right? It's like, okay, yeah, like that does sound like something I want. And maybe these movies are the opportunity to do it. But I think if we learned anything from Deadpool and Wolverine, is the multiverse is the multiverse almost. Like, it's not even like multiverse at this point. It's just like legacy heroes, and comic books have never shied away from an Old Man Logan story and, like, letting characters play their roles out. And now with, like, the de-aging and the old aging, and, like, I don't know what kind of movie we're going to see from here on out. I think it might almost be like
Benjamin Button.
Marvel can't, like, ignore Iron Man and Thor and Captain America. It's like they might come back around in stories again, and, like, who's to say it's not going to be Robert Downey Jr.'s face or Chris Evans' face, even if it's not them when they're much older, because they could sign their rights and get paydays. And yeah, do I want to see young new talent come in? And I'm pro people, and I'm anti AI taking folks' jobs. And I'm not even saying AI really. I'm just saying they have the capability to put, with Luke Skywalker, they put his face on another actor's face that actually did a lot of the things. I feel like that's almost like a weird middle ground where it's not quite AI. It's almost like a face on a face, but they're still acting. Like, this is a weird world we're in. I don't know what's going to happen. Doomsday, Secret Wars, and then what? And what are these two movies? This is going to be nuts.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned that about AI and actors being recreated. Val Kilmer has a new movie coming out.
Oh my God.
Beyond the Grave.
Where he is specifically AI generated. And I mean, it looks like him, and he died last year.
Everyone's going to watch that too. The question is, what will that be like?
Right.
I mean, I have to imagine Disney and other studios are looking at Warner Brothers with what they're doing with Harry Potter and making it a TV show and saying, okay, can we do this? Can we, like, will we be able to recast and, tell the story in a slightly different way? Like, I mean, I'm excited for the Harry Potter one just because with it being a series, there's a lot of stuff the movies skipped over from the books, and you can take the time and you can stretch it out. You're going to have a new cast of, actors that are playing these roles. And I think for a lot of these things, for me, it's more about the costume than it is the actor that's in it that creates the character. And so, I'd love to see them take some of these characters and do different things, like start another universe that's running parallel to this one, and then bring them together at some point, split them back off. I mean, it's what the comics do. And that's how we get cool characters like Miles Morales, because you end up picking out really cool ideas that they weren't going to do in the main storyline. They do them in, like, the side ones. And then, you get some really neat ideas and canon changing things that become part of the mainstream and become very popular characters. And if they ran those multiverse scenarios, I think they could be a little more pick and choose of who they want to include in the main thing, but also have the ability to make us care about a character who's a different actor and it's a different origin story, but it's still the Iron Man suit or something, or a similar looking version of it. So I'd love to see him try stuff like that. But I will be in there. And like I said, it's one my wife will go see. We will go see Doomsday as soon as it comes out. And, I'm definitely excited.
If you fly to St. Louis for our Screen and Social, I'll buy your movie ticket.
It's
around Christmas time.
It is. I mean, we might be able to pull that off. Yeah.
It's I'm with you. I really liked the storytelling they pushed with Marvel Zombies. And did you see that? Did you watch Marvel Zombies?
I haven't watched it yet. I need to.
4-part animated series. Like most of the voice talent in it are the actual live action actors from the MCU, and they really pushed the storytelling on that. They went like pretty cosmic and magic and big universal stakes, which, like, you know, Marvel Zombies, you didn't think they were gonna do that. It's just, what's this gonna be? And I'm with you. It's like I trust the Russo brothers to do something, and I really feel for them because you know, at the Infinity Saga, you had this beautiful, you know, symphony, and they were able to, like, literally in the movie, you know, in game, they're like recapping the movies. They went back in time into the movies because they're so good, they're so timeless, and they just fed this story. Like, what are we going to see in Doomsday? It's going to be like, all right, we got to travel back to Eternals, and they're like, no, we're not going back to Eternals. You know, we got to go back to. I mean, there's a lot of good in there. I liked Ms. Marvel. I liked Moon Knight. I liked She-Hulk. I like Thor: The Dark World. Who am I kidding? So I don't know what they're gonna do. I feel like they have a tall order, man. Like, everything you're saying is right, Dan. The Russo brothers and Marvel is. I would say that they're like one of these like unique franchises that kind of goes through the same growing pains as every franchise and every world building scenario, right? Like the peaks and the valleys. Like, you know, Star Wars is a great example, and DC, my gosh, but like Game of Thrones even. And, you know, it's just like there's these ebbs and flows to things. And I like the comic book mentality. I like everything they've done since Endgame. Everything that came out was so cool. It seems like a cool world to think we could have. At one point, we had like a Marvel thing every week, whether it was an episode or a movie or something coming out. And but then in that sense, we were spoiled. But like, actors were showing up, writers were showing up, and you get this right. This engine that Kevin Feige has produced can be as peak as ever again. And I think they know that, like, they're not going anywhere. They've got everything they need to succeed. It's just about making the best plan. So it seems like maybe this feels good, right? Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, the Spider-Man Brand New Day, Daredevil right now, and then an in-game release to kind of throw us back, and then Doomsday in December. Like, I'm like, okay, let's see what they did. But like, how quickly did they make this movie? Like, what a freaking mess to shoot this movie with 50 plus actors. I just don't know.
Yeah,
we'll find out.
I think sometimes they need to sit down and say, what are the powers that the heroes that we're going to have in this things have, to make sure it's a good balance? Because like the first Avengers, it was such a good balance of power. And then, like, you know, I know Thunderbolts, a lot of critique it got was it's a lot of like strong people with guns. And so it's like, you know, just find unique heroes, whether we know about them already or not. I don't think really matters. If you can tell a compelling story, give them their stories, and then bring them together in a way that matters and makes sense. And I think people will show up for it. And, you know, I think with the streaming service, they overloaded people a little bit during COVID. Everybody was all about it because we had nothing else to do, but then life returned to normal, and then they're still sending all this stuff. And we got to a point, at least I feel, where it's like, well, what's really important? Do I need to watch Echo? Do I need to watch
yes,
you know, Secret Invasion? You know, it's like, does this really matter? And Marvel's kind of told us, I feel in some ways, like, no, they don't all matter. Like, we saw She-Hulk, but we haven't seen anything of her since. And that's how a lot of these TV characters feel. And so I do like with Spider-Man that it's like, well, here's the Punisher on the big screen. And they are kind of connecting it, because it's like, if you're going to ask all this time of me, like, give me the payoff of it going forward. Because I don't really like to watch like a one season thing and then know that, like, well, that's all I get of the character, unless it's like really, really good. And
right, it's the MCU. It's like this interconnected thing. Like, you know,
that's what was always cool about it.
And like, I think there are standalone stories that are still cool, but even those you want a connection. Like, I do. I really crave it too, Dan. I'm the same way. Like, Werewolf by Night is an excellent example of like a standalone presentation. And then Echo, they call it a spotlight, but like, to be honest, like, there's some trilogies just tucked all throughout the MCU, and this is like where we can really provide a service. Which, like, you watch Hawkeye, and then you watch Echo, and then you watch Daredevil Born Again. That's like your little trilogy that is really nice, and it's like after all the Netflix Daredevil stuff.
Mhm.
And then what was the other one? Oh, Secret Invasion is so bad. That's my
finish
least
it.
favorite Marvel project, which is crazy with Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury, Ben Mendelsohn, Emilia Clarke. Like you got freaking Khaleesi in here, and I'm upset about it. Like how did that happen? But Captain Marvel, Secret Invasion, and then the Marvels. Oh, and then you got to put Miss Marvel in there. They're beyond trilogies. There's just like little packs of stuff that if you're a tried and true fan, that it's fun. It's really fun.
At least with Miss Marvel, she was in the Marvels. And so I was like, okay, you want to tell me her origin story, but you're not going to do a big budget movie for it. So you're going to do it this way. But I know that she's going to play a role. Like, okay, like I'm in because I want to go to that movie and know like what's happened. And it's not like everything has to have this huge payoff, but showing the connection, again, that scene in Endgame when everybody walks on, you knew all those people, you had seen them in different things, and it was connecting it all together, and it's not like every one of them had a huge arc in that movie, but they were there because it's a connected universe. They're all fighting this fight together. And when
WandaVision, Monica Rambeau, like I was getting chills on her big moments in what was the sequel called? Oh, the Marvels.
The Marvels.
I was getting chills on her parts, like being Photon and Miss Marvel. Like I legit had like goosebumps and almost like teared up at a couple parts where she was becoming full-blown hero because I watched Miss Marvel and like that's so good. And you also get her dad in Daredevil Born Again.
Yeah.
The random episode just in the middle of the whole season.
The bank heist.
You could have not had that.
No,
episode.
You're out of your mind. I watched it yesterday and was like, I love this show.
No, I loved that episode, but it wasn't necessary for the whole season.
There's something that happens big at the end that you need. But
if I could, like, if Marvel wanted one piece of advice from me, it would be make better villains, because I think they have really good heroes, but I think they run through the villains like really quick. They're all like one movie villains, and the comics do this a lot where it's like you team up the good guys and then they're a team, and then you spend time making the villains and you team up the villains so you have that like power dynamic and somebody for them to fight, because otherwise you got to throw a bunch of strong grunts there for everybody else to fight. But we haven't ever gotten in Marvel or DC where like the villains finally come together and it's villains that we're interested in, and we kind of care about them too. We always just get the heroes, and that I think is a missed opportunity right now for both Marvel and DC's got a lot to figure out. They're on a good trajectory with the new Superman, but I think Marvel can do that, and don't just make every villain a hero like they do with Loki. But
I
like Loki a lot.
Tell the villain story. Like Doom's origin story is pretty brutal. Like it's like it'd be like him and his mom, and
that could be the first like hour of the movie.
It's got to be. I think it's called Doomsday, right? So it'll be his origin story. Like it's gonna have to be.
Yeah, there's got to be something. You got to make me care about him quickly. Like,
what do you think, Scott? I want to hear your theories. You've read all these Doom books and Fantastic Four. Like, what are they gonna do?
Yeah, it's really hard to put your finger on. It's gonna be just, man, I have no idea. I got nothing.
You're scoopless today.
Yeah, I got no scoops. I mean, you see all my comic books here. I got them stacked up to the ceiling. I got nothing.
Well,
do you think Dr. Doom is Tony Stark?
Dr. Doom is not Tony Stark.
We should just get into Doom. We should just get into the biggest questions. Yeah, it's like, is he going to be RDJ? Like, is he going to be Tony Stark from our world? Did something from the snap?
No.
Is it going to be a multiverse situation?
It's a multiverse situation for sure.
Yeah.
Well, but
it has to be.
All right.
But is it Tony Stark from that multiverse? Do you think he is Tony Stark and it's like an alternate version of Tony Stark? Or do you think it's
maybe our version is Victor Von Doom?
Yeah.
Right. Could be like one of those swap skis where it's just like he was born under different parents or adopted or something. And then what's the other big thing? It's like are they gonna show us like Captain America returning these stones and Mjolnir?
Yeah, I don't know. And like how long do we spend with the X-Men? Do they just show up?
Yeah, it's John
know,
Krasinski gonna come back and just get ripped to shreds again.
Yeah, who knows?
Like a Peggy Carter. Like, are they gonna? I was on Loving the Time of Hydra, and me and Jamie were talking about it. Like, what are they gonna do with this Peggy Carter, Steve Rogers, and this baby situation? Like, that was the teaser trailer. Is like Steve Rogers holding a baby,
right? And does he just like leave her? Like, hey, gotta go. Duty calls.
Right. Was there a part of his life where he's like, I did have to go do some shit again? Like he's not like always off the hook.
Right. Yeah. Did old Captain America from the end of Endgame, did he know that this already happened?
Right. He like lived through it.
And right. He lived through it.
Then there's like a real, like, we got to a heart of like, I was like, I'm confused and torn about this Peggy Carter story, because Peggy Carter had a life. She had a whole life. And she was, the head of S.H.I.E.L.D. and she married, she had kids. I mean, one of those, her granddaughter ended up, pretty much banging Steve Rogers, in Captain America Civil War. Like,
yeah, were they related?
They were related, Sharon and Peggy.
No. I mean,
right. But if he goes back and he just like comes back to Peggy at this point, like after he went into the ice or something, or before, and he's like, "What's up? Is this just like another multiverse Peggy?" And then it becomes like kind of weird. It's just like he went and picked up Peggy.
Right. I mean, from the original Captain America movie, or the first Avengers, like where he went to her funeral, did that Peggy know?
Like that you're with another Peggy. And like I would say that this isn't necessarily an issue, and maybe they'll just glaze over it, but like once you show us Gamora dying, and being killed, and then like another Gamora from the past coming back, but like this is not the same Gamora, because like that's how it is, right? It's not the same person. Well,
it is the same person. It was just before she met Star-Lord.
Yeah, that's interesting, because it is like before, but it's like another reality too. It's like a duplicate.
It's a duplicate, but it's the same Gamora.
But it's not the same Gamora, because you can't rip her out of the timeline, and she just vanishes from this timeline. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this Gamora lived this whole life. This one at this point made a left, and you've got a different person. And and biologically speaking, these are just two separate people. Like, they're not the same person. And this is the MCU. This is why they got to end the multiverse saga.
Yeah, it's getting a little messy.
It's getting messy.
You're talking about the difference between nature and nurture. Like nature, they are the same biological person, because they're, up until that point. Then nurture takes over. She meets Star-Lord when she's younger and has all those experiences, becomes a good person. Then she shows back up, same person, same biological person, but the nurture element, she's going in a different route.
It's just a different reality. It's a different timeline.
Yeah.
Like once in Loki season 1, once they killed Kang and the TVA collapsed, the timelines broke free, and that's when all that stuff happened. But that wasn't until after Endgame.
Yeah.
And Endgame kind of introduced the using the quantum realm to time travel back to times in the past. And the chosen one, the ancient one, tells Bruce Banner, like, you're in a reality, I'm in a reality. Like, you've taken the stone from here to take it back to yours, but it's time. I guess it's time. At that point, they were like on the sacred timeline. You're so right. It's like they were just bouncing on the sacred timeline, but the moment they make changes, that's like a branch.
Mm-hmm.
And like, did realities like wither and die away? Like after things happened, like after Thanos took his ship and came to the future in Endgame, like what happened to his reality? That reality just doesn't have a Thanos.
Well, and I mean, unless they pull another switcheroo, we've seen Doom's reality in the Fantastic Four.
Right, because they show us Doom at the end.
Because that's where he shows up at the end. And
Yeah,
so it's like we kind of have an idea of the world he's coming from. It's clearly a different world, but it's
and is it him? Is that
so
the Doom we're
different.
getting? It's
right,
gotta
and
be,
that's
right?
what we don't know.
But it
You would
probably
think
is,
so.
right?
Yeah, you would
gotta
think
be.
so.
But what is his origin? That's the question. Like,
Right, and
he
how
could
did
be
he get there?
from another dimension, regardless.
Right, he
It
could
doesn't have to be in the Tony Stark, or sorry, not the Tony Stark, the Steve Rogers that we saw in this teaser that was released in December. There's nothing that says that's the same one that we saw in Endgame. Even it could be just a whole nother universe. I don't know. You never know. I'm just keeping all
this year.
I'm keeping all the options on the table. I'm just walking in and hoping that, like Dan said, that Portals moment. I hope that there is a moment like that in this movie. But I feel like actually there's not going to be. There's going to be a more.
It'll be in the second movie.
Infinity War moment where
where we all fail and reality collapses.
Yep.
And that's what leads to Secret War.
I'm in.
It's gonna be like an incursion on incursion and a world reset type of thing.
Worlds colliding, and everything blanks out, and then they wake up and everything's different.
And this is in 10, 20 years, like whenever people are asking, like when we explain the history of the MCU, it'll be just like comics. It'll be like, well, they did this big reset in 2026.
Right. Every couple of years, there's a new event, and it completely resets everything, and then absolutely nothing really changes.
Like, did you hear? They're launching Marvel 1.
Yeah.
That's a D&D call out. I'm getting nerdy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Anything else on Marvel before we put a pin in it until the next time and start saying some goodbyes? Anything else you guys got on you, nerdy wise? We are really riding that nerd wave.
I'm so ready.
Nothing.
All right. This is mostly superheroes. Danny, patron, man. Thanks for coming back and hanging, dude. This has been way too long with the technology. I know it took us a while, but that was too easy and too fun. Will you please come back more often?
100%.
We need you, obviously. Scoop couldn't do nothing today.
Yeah, you picked me up.
It's the Star Wars stuff. I always keep up on that.
And what's anything else you're excited about coming up in your life? You're married, you got the house, but now you're living that life this year. What's coming up in the next few weeks that you're looking forward to?
Come back to St. Louis for Easter. That's kind of the next big thing we got.
That's huge.
Want to take a trip outside of the country this year, but now doesn't feel like a very good time to do that. So, might be going to Florida or something.
I didn't have any trouble in Mexico, and I showed up the day they killed the drug lord.
Oh my God.
But I had a friend, I won't say who, but she canceled her trip to Mexico. But Scott was like, "We got this."
Yeah, it was fine. It was literally fine. We were on the other side.
Really cheap trips there right now.
Absolutely, you probably can. I can tell you, our place that we went to was almost empty.
Yeah,
that's nice. Maybe
it was nice.
Were they acting nervous and stuff?
No, not at all.
All right, Scott, what about you? You got a daughter's birthday tomorrow. Anything else in your life?
Yeah, Lila's 16th birthday party is tomorrow. Steven Universe themed. I got decorations everywhere going on.
Of course.
Nice.
We're headed out to Costco to pick up snacks.
Is Steven Universe still going in any capacity?
No.
Okay. I watched it. I thought it was a great show.
Yeah, she loves it. It's her favorite.
They serve beer at Costco?
Serve beer? No.
Yeah. Like draft beer or canned beer where you take one while you shop.
I got
hot dogs and pizza.
They got the hot dogs and the pizza. All right. Well, if they get a little brew on there, I'll meet you over there for a drink while you shop.
I don't know that you want to come all the way out to mine, but yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, no, never mind.
Other than that, nothing. I'm just going to the movies. You see me at the local screenings, pretty much on a weekly basis.
Awesome.
Yeah, but we barely see you now that you're skinny, Scoop.
That's right. Yeah, I turn sideways and disappear.
I can't wait to do that.
I know. I'm like, give me Give me some of that. What do you got, Andy?
I'm pumped for One Night of Queen on Sunday night at the
yeah.
Factory. I've never been in the Factory.
Yes.
I'm a huge Queen fan. Me and Steph will be there with our friends Shannon and Mike, along with whoever else gets to join us that wins our giveaway. So excited to see who joins us. It's going to be a great show.
It is a great show.
Yeah, whether we talk to Gary or not this week.
Yeah, we're trying.
I can't wait to see him. I can't wait to see him live, and hope he comes back. Yeah, year after year. It's a very successful tour if they get to make here on an annual basis.
Hell yeah, man! Have fun, take pictures and videos, and yeah, we're sending winners there. We still got a few tickets left. It's Sunday, March 22nd, One Night of Queen. We also on that day we have some tickets to, and this is where I'll end. Is we got tickets to Beetlejuice, the movie, a 1988 movie on Sunday, March 22nd at Alamo. And we're pairing that with 2 tickets to Beetlejuice, the musical at the Fabulous Fox, April 24th through the 26th. And we got tickets to the Friday show. We also, and just keeping the prize connections going that weekend, we got Two Rivers Comic Con, April 25th and 26th. 2 tickets to that. Just a week later, May 2nd and 3rd, Foodies Eat First, an exclusive podcast booth by yours truly, Mostly Superheroes, will be at Foodies Eat First. We got 2 tickets to that. Up for grabs throughout the next couple months. Go enter to win at the website. And if you're watching us live and you're here getting this in time, we got a movie tomorrow, Zodiac, with Jake Gyllenhaal and Mark Ruffalo. Little throwback title. I think 2007, I think. And we got 2 tickets. Anybody familiar with Zodiac? Scott, I'll start with you.
No.
Shocked. Anyone else? Dan?
I just watched it probably 3 or 4 months ago. It had been on my Netflix or something I saved it and my wife was gone or something. And I'm like, I'm going to watch this tonight. Great movie. Not super satisfying ending since it is based on a true story. And they, never figured it out.
Don't spoil it. What should people know that are going to see it? To get them excited. What's cool about it?
I mean, you got Robert Downey Jr., you got Mark Ruffalo,
Avengers,
Jake Gyllenhaal,
Mysterio.
Yep. Great cast. It's well paced. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. It's all based on a true story, and I'll tell you, the first thing you'll probably do after you watch it is pull up your phone to see what else has happened since then.
Oh yeah, this is awesome.
It's a great movie.
You just did it. That's it.
Yep.
I think the theater only has a few seats left on March 19th, Thursday, March 19th. Only a couple tickets left, but we got 2 secured. Those are right in our hand, and we want to get them to you. So yeah, man, we're doing the screen and socials. We got the podcast, we got the monthly newsletter, and all these nerds that I keep convincing to powwow with us on the show. So good seeing all you guys. This has been Mostly Superheroes live on all the platforms out there, and we'll drop this as a podcast as well. Go subscribe and support for as little as $1 a month. You get those ad-free early episodes. It's all at mostlysuperheroes.com. We got our movie club coming up. That's the screen and social. We got more prizes on the horizon, and that's the stream. We'll see you next time.